Hey, I'm Enrique from Electron, and today I wanted to explore the SY Raw machine on Syntakt as well as create a sound together from scratch. SY Raw is an analog machine and can be loaded onto the first 3 of the analog tracks. SY Raw is your building block analog synth voice consisting of 2 oscillators and noise. So starting on the top row, we have control for our tuning of both oscillators, the detuning of just oscillator 2, and quick tip here, if you hold down function while moving the detune knob, it will quickly jump to some more musical tunings. Next up is the level of oscillator 2, and after that is oscillator 2's decay prior to reaching the amp envelope. Moving down to the next row, we have the waveform shape of each oscillator. Each waveform can either be a sine, asymmetric sine, a triangle, a sine saw, or a square, which was previously not available in the dual VCO machine. Both of these waveforms also have a phase reset option, which will reset the wave shape each time a new note is played. It's very handy for those punchy bass sounds, and this is indicated by the square dot on wave 1's graphic, but know that the phase reset is applied to both oscillator 1 and 2. Waveform 2 has an extra option at the very end called ring. This is a ring mod that will modulate oscillator 1 with a square wave while outputting a sine wave if you turn oscillator 2's level up. Next, we have our noise level, right? And of course, overdrive. So now that we have a basic understanding of the new SY Raw machine, let's make a sound from scratch. I'm going to go ahead and focus in on this square wave that's now available because that's one of my favorite wave shapes. I have it set to the phase reset option, and I'm going to go ahead and turn down oscillator 2. And you can hear that the ring mod is still happening. We'll go ahead and just move that away so it doesn't happen anymore. Turn our noise down. And actually, let's get like a chorusy type of sound going. So I'm going to add another square wave, turn oscillator 2 up, and then detune it just a little bit. And you can hear it's super punchy, right? You hear almost like a little bit of a click sound. We can kind of shave this off. This is happening with the phase reset. And I'm going to go ahead and turn our attack up a little bit. Turn our filter down, resonance up, and we want that to be even punchier. Turn oscillator 2 down a little more, a little less resonance. If we wanted, we can even take this a little further and say oscillator 2's level will be indicated by an exponential ramp down. We'll set this to trigger mode 1 and turn it all the way up. All right, let's try it at a 7th. Ooh, that's cool. And if I turn decay down, I mean, our LFO is already lowering the volume, right? So the decay is not applying too much, but maybe this will give us a little bit more control over the actual shape of its downfall. Right, I got a little kick here. Yeah, that'll work. Let's try that. We'll go to our first page. I'll copy that, take that away, put it at the very end here, and nudge it over. Oh, that was cool. We'll take our second LFO, and go ahead and send that to our filter frequency, and we'll set this over to hold mode. Hold is actually really handy. If we turn our speed all the way up, just make it basically white noise, our LFO will hold wherever that value is when it hits a new note until it hits another note. It's kind of like a sample and hold, but you are creating the sample, which in this case is going to be the sawtooth at a really fast rate. So yeah, it kind of jumps around a lot, and we can fine tune this as well. if we wanted this to be really rhythmic, we can set this to maybe a 16 speed and a multiplier of 2. So it's kind of always moving around to the beat, but in these little steps. Turn our depth down a little bit. Tune this up an octave. Back down. And take this out, add some little chords in. Bring this down. Yeah. So let's say I really like this bass sound, which I actually kind of do, and we wanted to save this. We'll hit Function and Sound here, which will take us to our sound menu. Here we have the option to save this sound. We'll select a nice little blank slot right here at C250. Select that, and we'll go ahead and rename this vid bass. We can add some tags to help us find it a little later. I'll go ahead and add the bass and then hit save. Hopefully you learned something here today. Now go and upgrade your Syntakt using the link down below. Peace.